Well, these are the faces of domestic violence victims across Florida. They're also the images that remind us a law meant to save victims from abuse is failing, according to some.
Tonight, 4 New Corner investigator Katie LaGrone revealing the alarming truth behind the Florida law created to protect families and how the numbers are showing little is being done to change it.
They are Florida's faces of domestic violence. And these are among the images that remind us a law meant to save victims from abuse
911 emergency
can fail.
I'm trying to leave from here with my kids.
For the first time publicly, you're hearing Natasha Hoffenden's last cries for help.
Natasha?
The 26-year-old West Palm Beach woman had just returned home from school when she and Gavin Guy got into an argument. Records show the two had a heat-filled history. Guy was under a restraining order and, according to state law, was supposed to surrender his guns. But during the overnight hours of December 6, 2016, Guy used his own silver caliber pistol to fire a single shot, according to the arrest affidavit, that killed Natasha, the mother of one of his children.
Natasha? We need an ambulance. Somebody, he stabbed her. Go!
What happened to Natasha Hoffenden isn't rare in Florida. In April of last year, Central Florida investigators say Henry Brown stabbed his wife to death, then shot and killed their 2 children, and ultimately himself. Brown, too, had a restraining order against him at the time, and also should not have had access to a gun.
It is a joke.
Domestic violence advocate and attorney, Sissy Cephalin.
Enforcing the law is the issue.
While the law requires people with active restraining orders surrender their firearms, critics say no one enforces it.
They will tell the court, I don't have any guns.
So it's like an honor system.
Exactly.
Law enforcement can enter a home just to seize firearms from an accused abuser, but only with a court order that's rarely, if ever, authorized. And records from a handful of criminal courts from around the state show of the thousands of restraining order violations filed, just a few dozen were documented for guns accused abusers had or refused to surrender.
I think that the victims just don't report.
Sissy,
There's a fine line between love and hate.
represents Jennifer Jackson.
I mean, the paper looked great, kind of made you feel a little secure when you initially get the injunction.
But after she says her ex-husband posted this undated photo on Facebook,
I gotta stop.
she fears he has guns but has yet to surrender them, 2 years after a judge granted a 30-year restraining order.
Angry, very angry.
His attorney has not responded to our request for comment.
If somebody wants a gun, they're going to get a gun.
Linda Shiflett is a former state prosecutor. She points to time and resources as possible reasons against more aggressive enforcement.
I think it's better than nothing, but I don't know that at the end of the day, that it's going to control whether somebody has a firearm.
2 days ago, Natasha Hoffenden would have turned 27. Gavin Guy remains in jail, charged with first-degree murder with a firearm. The law said he should have never had.
Natasha, can you hear me? Are you there? Ma'am, Natasha, are you there?
States with the strongest laws on this issue, like Illinois and California, require firearms be turned over to law enforcement, whereas here in Florida, an accused abuser can surrender guns to anyone, including family or friends. Katie LaGrone, Fox 4 in your corner.